So here's the deal with personality tests, is they're not perfect, okay? Also, they change depending on what season you are in your life or who the people around you are asking you to be. Especially this one changes. I've seen it change over my life quite a bit. But they give you insight, not just into yourself, but honestly, what's most helpful is insight into other people that you're working with or you know. But you won't know how to respond to those other people unless you know yourself well, okay? So our goal is that you know yourself a little bit better after tonight. And you could say, in this situation, I can understand why my motivation is a little bit different than this other person's motivation that's on a team or in a project with me. Okay? So we're going to unfold the 4 personality types, but there is not 4 personality types. There's like 25 personality types because we're all a combination of each of these. And my combinations have changed. My primary has not changed over my life, but my combinations have changed because I've been in different roles, and all of a sudden, all the people around me need me to be somebody that I'm not normally, but I step up in this situation. So you'll probably find that in your own life, is that your combinations change. Maybe even your primary would change in some of these before we go into it. So the first one says D, right? So you can put driver or dominance. Driver or dominance. This person is that hardcore coach, okay? In the animal world, they are an eagle, okay? Because they can see the big picture. They don't need a lot of other people to hang out with, and they're going to attack when they see what they need. Their goal in life is to get things done. Get it done. Their major reward in life is accomplishments. Getting those things done. Okay? I'm going to read a section. Julie's going to read a section of that paragraph. These are direct and decisive. They are risk takers and problem solvers. They are more concerned with completing tasks and winning than they are with gaining approval from people. Have you ever been on a team where somebody is so competitive you cannot figure out how they can, in their own mind, justify their own level of competition? Go ahead, Julie, you're reading.
Though the internal drive tends to make them insensitive to those around them, Ds are not afraid to challenge the status quo, and they thrive when it comes to developing new things. They
want change because everything that is around them is slightly broken. They need discipline to excel, and they respond to direct confrontation. The greatest fear of the D is to be taken advantage of, and even despite their possible weaknesses, which includes an aversion to routine, a tendency to overstep authority, an argumentative nature, and a habit of taking on too much.
They place a high value on time and use their innovative thinking to accomplish difficult tasks and conquer challenges.
Where would D's excel in life?
Lawyers.
Where's that?
Lawyers.
Lawyers, exactly. Decisive, argumentative. Good. I'm a D too. Where else? Football coaches. Good. Although you could argue an I might also be a good football coach. What else?
Principals.
Navy SEAL kind of people. Extreme kind of people, right? That they don't need much in terms of personal approval. They just need to know where the job is going to get done. Yeah, principal, right? Because they have to kind of get it done. Yep. Good. Eyes are influencers. The animal is an otter. Has anybody seen an otter that they don't just love to watch? They're just so cute. And what I like about river otters is they can't help but come up and check you out. They want to, if you've ever been on the river and you've seen otters, you're not going to see them just once. They're going to come up, they're going to go down, they're going to come up, they're going to go down, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to come up, go down. They have, one of their primary motives is to have fun or a relational approval. They want everybody to love them. One of their major drivers is influence. They want to influence the crowd around them, not so much to get things done, but let's all have a good time. Let's get along with each other. Let's party, really. Eyes are inspiring and impressive, enthusiastic, optimistic, impulsive, and emotional. They tend to be creative problem solvers and excellent encouragers.
They often have a large number of friends, but they can become more concerned with approval and popularity than with getting results.
This is the person that walks into a party and they really, really want to be noticed. And they really, really want to circulate around to almost everybody at the party. An I's greatest fear is rejection, but they thrive when it comes to motivating others. Their positive sense of humor helps them negotiate conflict.
Though they can be inattentive to details and poor listeners, they can be great peacemakers and effective teammates when they control their feelings and minimize their urge to entertain and be the center of attention.
They value lots of human touch and connection. Eyes are the feelers in the world as long as other people are coming along and feeling with them, right? Okay, the S's. The S's are for steadiness. The animal that I like to say is the horse. Okay? The horse, and I want you to think about the horse that is kind of that old faithful Kidder Creek trail horse, just kind of there every day, puts up with everybody, no matter whether they know how to ride a horse or not. Okay, just get on me, kid, let's go. They're into harmony. Getting along is one of their primary motivations. And they're motivated by protecting others and protecting themselves. S's are steady and more reserved because they're stable and predictable. They do not change and they thrive in secure, non-threatening environments.
They are often friendly and understanding, as well as good listeners and loyal workers who are happy doing the same job consistently.
These are the people who you hire and they're there 15 years later. These are the people who you're friends with and they keep in touch with you, even though you don't really keep in touch with anybody. With an incredible ability to forgive, reliable, dependable S's tend to make the best friends. Their greatest fear, however, is loss of security, and their possible weakness naturally includes not only resistance to change, but also difficulty adjusting to it.
Sensitive to criticism and unable to establish priorities. In order to avoid being taken advantage of, S's need to be stronger and learn how to say no. They also like to avoid the limelight, but when given an opportunity to genuinely help others, they will gladly rise to the occasion.
They feel more valued when they have truly helped someone. That is a primary motivation. Your counselors are good S's. What are other good S's? Where would you find S's? Teachers could be, yes, right? Especially the career teachers. A pastor could be a very good S. What else? Missionary. Depends on the role of the missionary, because missionaries, I think of a missionary could be an eagle, but could be an S if they're just one of those faithful people that plod along. My sister is an S and she's a missionary.
Counselors and therapists.
Mm-hmm.
I could see like nurses.
Mm-hmm. Yep, very much so. What's that? Parents, well, yes, they'd be the better parents, is what you're saying. Yeah. Good. C's is for conscientiousness. It's a hard word to spell. I had to kind of look it up. Conscientiousness.
Wow, that is a tough one.
And if you're a C, it'll drive you crazy if you don't know how you don't get it right. These people are beavers. Okay, what does a beaver do? He's faithfully going to make sure that his dam or his hut is taken care of. Every day he's out there working, making it a little bit better.
Lost the word, never mind.
They are motivated by doing things right. These people are into precision. Okay?
C's are compliant and analytical. Careful and logical lines of thinking drive them forward, and accuracy is a top priority. They hold high standards and value systematic approaches to problem solving.
Though they thrive when given opportunities to find solutions, they tend to ignore the feelings of others and can often be critical and downright crabby.
For them, but when they are not bogged down in details and have clear-cut boundaries, they can be big assets to the team by providing calculated reality checks.
The C's biggest fear is criticism, and their need for perfection is often a weakness, as their tendency to give it when in the midst of an argument. Give in.
However, they are thorough in all activities and can bring a conscientious, even-tempered element to the team that will provide solid grounding.
They value being correct the most. What are good jobs for C's?
I feel like they'd be a CEO of a company.
Oh, a plumber.
A plumber. Okay. Why do you see a CEO of a company?
Because I've only ever seen movies and the CEOs of the company don't really care about people's emotions and they strive for perfection.
Yeah, well, usually C's are more managers than they are leaders because they have a fear of doing it wrong. And people at leadership can't fear all the time doing it wrong. But you're going to have CEOs that are all four of these personalities, to be honest with you.
A virtuoso musician.
Good. A lot of your poets and musicians are C's because they feel things pretty deeply. Come on in. They feel things pretty deeply and they have a hard time. They want to know that it's all kind of perfect in music and poetry. So let's say we're planning a camping trip and we have all eyes on the team. What is going to be done well?
Nothing.
Okay, says the C. What?
I'm married to
No, there are going to be some things done well, but they're not everything. You're right. Not everything is going to be done well. What is?
Camp games, those are going to be done.
What's that?
Camp games.
Camp games, exactly. Camp games are going to be done well. What else? S'mores are going to be done well because it's a lot of chatting and a lot of having fun. What else? The music probably is going to be done well as long as they recruit a C to play.
Everything besides the actual need to survive.
Everything besides the actual needs to survive. Now, why do you say that? I think that's a good summary.
Because we're more focused on the fun of it and not like what actually needs to get done.
Not the details. Don't get me down on the details. And you're most focused on the relationships than you are the logistics, right? Okay, planning a pizza party and it's only I's that are planning twice. C's are planning the pizza party. C's are planning the pizza party.
It's not going to be fun.
It's going to be half done
Why do you say it's going to be half done?
because they're focusing too much on making it perfect rather than getting it complete.
Okay, so they might have a hard time even getting the invitations out because they've tried to plan everything so thoroughly. Yeah.
And that vibe of wanting to make everything perfect will make everyone feel kind of uncomfortable and not really.
There will be an uncomfortable feel about it, right? Because why? They're going to have name tags at each of the chairs, right? Where
Actually, you only get that piece of pizza because I only had 3.
that's right. They know exactly how much you get 2 1/3 pieces of pizza. Right? Good. What else? Will the budget be, will they make budget? Yeah, they'll definitely make budget.